Good evening. Broome is on alert tonight as a cyclone starts to hit the town. Authorities have warned residents to prepare, with strong winds buffeting the Kimberley right now. And Rebecca Johns is in Broome tonight. Beck, Cyclone Joyce is building in power.
Good evening, Tracy. Well, as you can see behind me from our hotel balcony, the intensity of this storm is beginning to build. Winds are already gusting up to 100 kilometres an hour, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Fresh produce from supermarket shelves has been stripped bare as locals prepare to ride out the cyclone. With Cyclone Joyce less than 100 kilometres off the coast, Broome is already feeling her fury. Roads flooding, trees toppling, and this is just the preview to a weather emergency unfolding in the Kimberley and Pilbara. Qantas, Virgin and Skippers Aviation have cancelled all flights in and out of the tourist town. Great Northern Highway also shut down. Placed on alert, Broome locals spent today stocking up on essential supplies. The supermarkets were stripped bare of fresh produce.
I'm an ex-Cyclone Tracy survivor, so I absolutely despise them, and I don't want to be out here, but I had to come out.
Main issue will be the trucks getting stopped by the rain, so we won't get much food afterwards.
After crashes blocked highways earlier in the week, maintaining supplies is a real concern.
We'll just need to monitor the flooding situation and ensure if we need to make alternate arrangements, transport from the east, for example, then we'll put those steps in place.
130 people are already sheltering in Broome's makeshift evacuation centre. Many from nearby communities fearful their homes may not withstand cyclonic conditions. And this is how Joyce looks from space. Declared a tropical cyclone this morning, she intensified through today, drawing energy from the Indian Ocean and packing wind gusts up to 100 kilometres an hour. Passing Broome this evening, the Weather Bureau predicts she'll gain intensity, crossing the coast tomorrow between Pardue and Bidjadanga.
We could expect wind speeds in the Broome area of around 130 kilometres, and when it does pass the coast, it'll pass the coast as a Category 3 system. That has wind speeds at the upper end of 224 kilometres an hour.
What has authorities the most concerned is flooding. Parts of Broome, just like this, are already underwater. With up to 300 mils of rain forecast to fall in some areas, it's only going to get worse.
The message that we're trying to get across to people is if it's flooded, just to forget it. We did have some deaths in the Kimberley last season, and so we certainly don't want to go there again.
Just 2 weeks ago, Cyclone Hilda caught Broome off guard, lashing the coastal town. The clean-up hadn't quite finished, but tonight all locals can do is bunker down and hope for the best.
And Beck, what's the latest advice from the Weather Bureau?
Well, Tracy, at this very moment, Cyclone Joyce is travelling in a southerly direction at a very slow 9 kilometres an hour. The Weather Bureau says overnight she will intensify to a Category 2 system. After she passes Broome, she'll then further intensify to a Category 3 system as she begins to make landfall tomorrow night just east of Pardue Roadhouse. Now, that area isn't very heavily populated at all, but what has authorities the most concerned is the flooding of Great Northern Highway. If that happens and they're forced to shut it down, it could stay that way for at least 36 hours from tomorrow evening, and that means Broome could be cut off from the rest of the state. Tracy.
All right, Rebecca Johns in Broome, thank you.